Alright, today we're going to be looking at ROBOCOP. What the what? 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 What the what? Alright, we got the ED-209 box, and it comes like it's a little ED-209, like you get this giant shipping crate, delivered to your house for your home protection, and it's actually, ED-209 in the box, which would be kind of neat, but it's kind of like how they labeled it up, which is pretty cool. So there's ROBOCOP here on the corner, but then down below, got the picture, then down below it has ED-209, the future of law enforcement, OCP logo, and then it says in real small text, if you can't read it, it says, ED-209 has superior firepower and the reflexes to use it. Developed by Omni Consumer Products. And the little signature right there. Pretty cool. The other side's got that side of the droid on there. Has the same stuff written down here on the thing. On the back has a picture of him fighting Robo. It says, push button activates authentic sound effects and dialogue, which it does. I think there's 5 different sounds. Extending legs, which they do, and fully articulated. Not quite. Let's see. And then over here's got the other side. Yeah. Pretty awesome. And on the top there, it's more of a corporate kind of look to it. Just, I understand them sticking the ROBOCOP logo on there, but man, I really wish I'd just left it off and just been like ED-209 in a box. But I understand, it's kind of cool. NECA, real toys. But then on the bottom, like always, they credit everybody who worked on him. You got Randy Falk. We just saw him at Toy Fair there on all the videos on YouTube. I'd like to do a shout out to Pixel Dan for covering all that stuff. That was awesome. Shout out to the Brick Show guys for showing all the brick stuff. But then back to Ed here, you got Brad Haskins and Jeff Richard did the sculpt and fabrication. Paint was John Wardle, Jeffrey Trapp. Sound production was Nicole Falk. Prototype was Adam Smith, which that's got to be the hardest part, is getting that prototype just right. Photography by Stephen Mazurek and packaging by Chris Longo. Set design by Stefan Falkins. And artwork courtesy of Jason Edmiston. Special thanks, Mondo. And then it's got Jason's autograph and Mondo on there. Shows you how to replace the batteries and all that. Tells you like a bunch of little battery stuff right here too, and a little small text down there tells you it takes the LR44s. I think it's 3 of them. Yeah, so that's it. And then inside here you get like a white box that kind of covers up Robo, has all his ties and everything holding him in place so his paint doesn't rub. Not Robo, Ed. And then yeah, so we'll go ahead and get this box out of the way, and we'll actually look at Ed. Cutting off some detail here with Ed because this guy's kind of big. Yeah. There he is. He's in a proper pearlescent blue paint. Details. I don't know how I'm going to cram everything into this. First off, we'll just check out the scaling. Now, his legs, he's a little floppy here, so I have to be a little careful. His legs do ride up and down on the legs there, so you can get like the full height on him. Which we'll get to that when we get to articulation. But we'll just kind of spin him around here. I wish I had my lazy Susan here to spin them around on, but I don't. Scoot him back. But yeah, you can look here and you can see like all the wiring and stuff. These panels come up. You can see all the wiring and everything in there and all that. All this stuff in here. Silver. All these little rivets have a little bit of black wash inside them, but the black wash isn't all over your metallic paint job. Has like words and caution things and movement markings, and then wires way down in the feet. The paint on this is awesome. The black on the legs there. The top has got some little arrows and other stuff and piping and silver. And got the vents there that have a little bit of a wash in them. Got similar markings on the other side. and all that. All the hydraulic cylinders and stuff in there. Everything on the arms is awesome. Just the wires are all in there. They're all semi-flexible and all that. The feet and everything. On the underside and all that, you got a little deco under there too. I mean, the paint is gorgeous on this thing. The only thing aesthetic wise is like the seams on like the fronts of the legs and stuff. I've looked at the movie that made it look just like that, so I'm not really going to complain too much because it looks great. Looks great. Alright, so now let's get into articulation a little bit. Starting at the top, he has the two flaps here, the armored covers that go over his arm joints there. Hopefully the camera's in focus for this. Can I get the light in there a little bit? But your arms have a swivel. They rotate like that. They also have a bend in them. You can see the joint right there and everything. And also they rotate up and down. So you can have them shooting over here and shooting straight up and all that stuff. And then the cover right there is articulated. Now aside from that, both arms are the same as far as articulation goes. Even though this one has the rocket launchers on there, or rockets on there. Same rotation and everything. Alright, now then the head portion is attached to the, I guess, torso right here. And it doesn't move a whole lot because you got that big square part right there that has like, it looks like the flexible rubber kind of thing. And it really gets stuck right there, which that's as far as it's going to go. Like, it doesn't move that much. Pretty cool. And then here's like the problem area with this guy. Now, it's not that he's that heavy. I mean, his weight is... He's really light for his size. So you would think he'd be a little bit heavier, but of course, with all the electronics being up in the head portion, he's a little top heavy. And unfortunately on mine, the legs are a little floppy. I mean, you can kind of see how floppy they are there. They're pretty floppy. They can't hold up their own weight, but they will hold up the head, like without too much vibration stuff. He stays like that just fine. Had the kids running around the house earlier and shaking the floor a little bit, and he didn't fall down. I imagine he will, though, as soon as I put him up on the shelf. So I have to figure out a way to tighten up those legs. So I'll have to get on the NECA boards there and see what's going on. So like I showed you, he does have articulation right here. You can go about that far to about that far. And another thing he does is his legs do right up. Doggone it, I don't want to scratch this guy up. His legs do right up on the things here. It's kind of awkward to do it. Let's see. Probably just the easiest way without breaking anything is to kind of grab it on the front and back there and push up, and it'll ride up all along the full length until you get up to like that last couple right there. I'm not going to force it. Doesn't matter how much height do you need out of this thing. This one works a little bit better. But, see how tall he is now. So now he's like way up there. So, pretty cool, pretty cool. Now, if they only had figured out a way that when you do that, it spins the part inside that spins the little caps on the ends. Which I think those were a different color in the movie. We'll have to look at the movie and see. But, there's a tiny little decal in there at the top of the arm. Oh, and inside here, too. I don't know if you guys saw this or not. He's trying to just flop all over the place. I'm not going to let him. Alright, Ed. Alright. See if we can get the all the wiring and stuff inside, like the mouth area and all that. That's the first thing I saw when I opened up the box. I thought the grill got pushed back, because I don't remember it being that deep in there, but it looks like it's supposed to. Nothing looks broken free. It has all this detail in there, and it's flipping awesome. So, there we go. His little armor things down there. Let's drop him down another inch. Put it in the middle. Approximately the middle. And there's like, I don't know how many clicks there are on this thing. It's like 20 or 30 clicks on each side there. So anyway, lost my battery there. So, yeah, like I was saying, this guy looks phenomenal. Definitely going to be like a shelf queen. He's not like Mr. Super play friendly, I mean, some of the figures are cool. Like, I let my kid play with ROBOCOP here. Doesn't have a lot of small break off, except for like the calf pistons there. But This has like all these little wires and guns and little protrusions and stuff all over there. He scales really well, him and Robo there. Yeah. Not bad. Good together. Definitely different color from each other, which is awesome. I remember I had the little old Kenner ED-209, and he was like really small compared to the figures, and he had that cap firing feature on the back. But he was pretty cool. He was kind of rare, I guess. I didn't really think of him as rare at the time. I just, when I saw him, I was like, oh, that's cool, and picked it up. But yeah, back to Ed, Big Ed here. Yeah, so he's got floppy legs. So that's going to be a simple fix. And then another thing too, it says like fully articulated on the packaging. Well, yeah, his feet aren't really articulated. They're there. They're all very well detailed. Got the inside of the leg detail there, bottom of the feet detail and all that. But yeah, these bad boys don't move. Which it would have been nice. You know, you could have like to had the legs, you know, different. I guess I can do it. Different heights, and kind of give them a asymmetrical stance there and all that. Which it's accomplishable, or you know, but the legs all sitting wonky. You know, it'd have been nice to have had a some kind of, you know, either all four of them on one big pivot, ball joint, whatever, or all three of them on separate ones. But you know. So I guess we'll check out the sound. The speaker is right inside the mouth there somewhere. There's no holes, there's not actual mesh. Cool. Alright, and my favorite one. Cool. I think that's it. I think we go back to the parking one. Yeah, parked on part of the parking one. Yep, there we go. That's Ed. Yeah, $60. Well, when you're talking about the figure like this is about 20, and you figure they're making way fewer copies of Ed. The amount of detail in Ed and the fact he has electronics, I think the value's there. I think that's about the right price point. 50, I would have loved. 60, I think I took him in and out of my cart a couple of times going, yeah. But I got it. So, you know, if you're a big RoboCop fan, retro RoboCop, whatever you want to call it, old school RoboCop, I mean, you got to get this guy. Especially if you're an adult collector of NECA. There's no reason why not. This is probably my favorite non-alien, non-predator NECA item right now. Which I don't think I really have anything non-NECA, non-predator other than these two anyway. But it's flipping awesome. I mean, I don't know what else to say. I'm gonna give this guy. I'm gonna give him a 9 3/4. I'm only taking off a quarter of a point for the articulated feet, and then the floppy legs. I'm gonna kind of give a pass on there. And I'll tell you why. Because, you know, I kind of figured he'd be made out of something like the rubbery PVC that the figures are made out of, that gummy kind of stuff that has like a lot of bend in it. But he's actually like solid. You know, no joke. Not styrene, but you know, like the harder plastic and all that. And the paint is just so awesome that all the detail surpassed my expectations. And the fact he has floppy legs on a real simple joint to fix, and it looks like I can unscrew it and tighten him up myself. It's not even really worth, you know, a full point or anything like that. So yeah, I'm just 1/4 point. So 9 3/4 for the NECA in conjunction with Real Toys. ED-209. That's the enforcement droid 209. From ROBOCOP. ROBOCOP 1. The ROBOCOP. I don't know what to tell you about this guy, but if you don't have one, get one before he gets you. And thanks for watching the vids, and keep playing with your toys. Later.